this matchup, they've got to come to us, yada yada. Do I ditch Cyruk early? That's the question. So we're probably looking like is this gate here. I think that's fine. Wish that was an airy gate. Could consider putting the gate one space back. No point playing the Sentinels. The question then is, where's Cyruk? I would really consider putting the gate one space back. Because that's much more defensible. Yeah. Do we play Cyruk in this matchup? So Cyruk is punished by Mug like huge. But we could consider it. Alright. No need to think too hard about this one. Just forcing Muglock to come up. What we want to do. And you know, this is sort of a declaration of war. Hey yo, I'm not coming to you. Get over here. uh see the attack. Yes, I've also never done this matchup before. Not sure how it goes. That was a lucky attack. Do I keep Cyruk? This is not a question I can answer easily. I think I could keep him out of range of Muglug if I tried real hard. But we also could be looking at Cyruk getting one shot. So I'll play a middle ground. Well, no, I'm not gonna play middle ground. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go 6. Hold Cyruk. Just try it. My instinct is discard Cybert because this seems like something that's gonna be a bit harder to get to work. Like it's really easy to drop stewards in front of Muglock and shoot. But seems a little bit harder to get value out of Cybert. But if you can get it, it's worth it. So I'm excited. I think you guys got that golden one. I'm very jealous. Was grinding for it at the end there, but didn't make it. Didn't have. Um, yeah. So Cyruk feeling like a liability is something like, well, Cyruk's like against other factions, Cyruk here would feel great. Against Muglug, it's just kind of suicide. Like because you just lose a ton of value. It's one shot in a single turn. This is sort of asking the question like, hey, you gonna advance? You gonna do it? Um, and I could. Maybe I will. Don't tempt me. Um, it is sort of punished by Vinemancers. Yeah, I'm very tempted to just advance. Um, just to make his advance more difficult. Um, could also do could also Sky Assault on Muglug. Not gonna do the Vineful. Oh, it's like he's hearing me. Yeah. You want to hold that spot? So yes, we resolved. So yep. No, we're pulling it. Um, yeah. So it feels like I want to fly up. Just to make their life difficult. Um, um, And the question is, what's like my follow-up for that? If I had 7, I could like I could drop Cyruk and still have Cyruk going at it. I see a like Ava to here, Steward to here play. Um, Ava might be exposed. Well, Ava is exposed. But could be fine. Get some good attacks in. Have Battle Song this turn. Is there a play where I have a Steward here? Yeah, so like a play where like Ava to here, Steward to here, um, and then what? Like Sage to here. I don't like that. That Steward over there isn't doing much for me. Lyric is feeling like a liability. He might go away. Might have been going out on a limb that I shouldn't have been. Steward here with Battle Song should kill this Vinemancer. So I might. If it doesn't, it could be bad. If it doesn't, it could be Dice on Ava. We're looking at Dice on Ava either way. Like this isn't the most defensive position I've ever seen. Like then again, I might hold Cyruk just because like you sort of want to have a champion, and he's kind of the best. Yeah, tell him I'm not the most experienced Ava player. If this misses, that this could be big bad. But hopefully it's fine. We shut down some tempo and then we retreat. Is the name of the game. So because that missed, that means Mudglug could reach Ava with a Vine Pull. And that could be big bad. No kills this turn feels bad. But what can you do? If Mudglug goes on Ava, we'll have some punish for that. I don't think I'm holding Cyruk. I think I want to play the rest of these cards, and I'll hold whatever the third champion is that I get. I could hold Cyruk. I'm already at 4. It just feels like a hole that I'm going down. Like I think I'll be holding him for like 4 turns and might not even end up playing. Yeah, I'm just yeah, I'm gonna ditch him. I think there's a game where I keep him, but it'll just be easier on my conscience to get rid of him and not need to worry about it. Oh God, I love live games because I'm like, oh, time to click the button. Nope, I get to sit here and watch. Part of the beauty of Summoner Wars, I think, is or I just vibe very well with the game, where you sort of get to sit back during your opponent's turn. And you could critique that as sort of like old fashioned. It's like, oh, you have a turn where you do all your things and then a turn where you do nothing. But it just feels good. Like, oh, I was thinking for a while. Now it's time to stop thinking. As opposed to when you're clicking through turns, you're always thinking though. Yeah, so like you sort of, I don't know. There's just like a nice like just sitting with a friend, feeling vibes. Yeah, so they're considering this. Well, no, they're not considering that because surely you see that and then you're like, yeah, Muglug's dead. If I do that, I get 5, 6 dice on Ava, but it's the end of Muglug for sure. Um, in this position, 8 here would be way better. uh, no, but we'll see how it plays out. that's sort of what's so much fun about Ava is you sort of feel like you could just jump back between applying pressure and not, because I'm sort of planning, assuming the steward dies. Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of just adapting to every turn. Uh, and like at any point I could just totally pull back. Uh, don't have to keep the advance for any reason. Yeah, and so without Cyruk or potential dice on Muglug, PDM, um, this goes way down. And he knows we just did a battle song, so I wait for some attacks. A gate would really help him here. You almost want something like it's not something easy, like if you have a Vine Mancer in hand, you can just attack with Muglug and pull back or something. Definitely a scary game for Muglug the more I think about it. It's also really fun just to see the 40-minute clock. Definitely wish there were like friendly settings where like you could like, if both players agree, like extend a clock or something in case problems occur. But there is exciting. Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know I don't know what I would do here. I mean, and obviously I don't know the hand. Um, yeah, I do. I sort of see that. I think that's a play they considered, like where Vinemancer, Muglug, and then after Muglug attacks pulls here. Um, you gotta be a little bit afraid. Yeah, I think the punish to that is too easy. Um, is the punish to that is just it involves at least a few dice on Muglug. So the safer play last turn, for me definitely would have been the Sage here. Um, and I suppose what I could have done with the Sage there is this is the first attack. Pursewarden says that their cat has unplugged their modem, so they have to get on they have to get on their phones. There's a delay. See, this is 40-minute timer. That's really funny. Damn cats. They're so graceful until they're not. Uh-oh. I hope I'm not getting hit in the face. I'm not. All right, yeah, solid. Be nice if there was like a if there was a mud dredger behind. But can't have everything. Because probably is some free damage. Might not be. I don't know if I can get a unit up there. Yeah, I sure can't. Well, I can get the steward. Oh, and the diver. Um, Diver kills the Vine Mancer. I can trap Muglug this turn. Unless there's some sort of something, I don't know. Yeah, so we get Diver, Diver here, Diver here. Pretty solid. uh, we probably want to cover Ava's flank, so we probably put a Steward or Sentinel up there. And we got the magic for it, because we ditched fucking Cyruk. Yeah, so this is very scary for them. Once I have him trapped, gotta find a way out of it. All right, Steward or Sentinel. Tempted to go Sentinel. It's a bit riskier dice wise. I'm tempted to go Steward. I mean, I could even block this gate spot and accept a unit over there. I think I like that. And let's do that with a Steward, just for the +1 health. So we're really just scrapping all over the board right now. We expose Ava to an attack from a common, and nothing else there. It's good stuff. Yeah, didn't expect the double diver punish, did you? A little lucky for us. Okay, well, so Ava is punished by a champ by any champion here if I kill the Bog Shaman. So the world where I don't want to kill the Bog Shaman in order to negate that. I don't think I care. Punish Ava. Do what you want to her. Isn't an issue. Planned it all on. Do I want to go to 3? Do I want that Sentinel? No, I think I want 3. I think I'm going aggro. Holding Sky Assault and not Sentinel is a bit risky. Like I could get a handful of nothing. Let's see, but we're gonna take the risk. Yeah. So at least it's not nothing. Yeah, might be discarding a little heavy here, but you sort of have to. When you're doing summoner damage. How many damage? Summoner damage. Yeah, and there also could be something real nice next turn, like down gate there. Or sorry, no, put my own gate here, like maybe unit here, maybe here, with Ava here. If all this board is unoccupied. I'm guessing it won't be. I don't. Yeah. So this is a tough turn. Hopefully you got the Vine Mancer. If you got the Vine Mancer, you can pull Mudclick back to safety. Mudclick can go over here. So I don't think Mudclick's screwed. But it's definitely not where you want to be. Merge, yeah, let's see it. And we also got to know which pile it comes from. Club. I didn't see what pile it came from. It came from the draw pile. Yep, it did. Yep, the Ava punish. I didn't see that though. I should have. Definitely punishes the Ava play. But yeah, and it would have been pretty easy to put the Steward here instead of there. My thinking here is Blub dies real quick. Yeah, like what is this? Like this? To get big damage on Ava doesn't feel good. That's a little scary. Oh my god. Well, with that witch, Blub, Ava could have been dead that turn. Um, with a that could have been 10 dice to the face. Yeah, this makes a bit more sense. Because there really isn't a great play where you're coming down that way. Another reason why that gate would be better up there. Um, yeah, the way this game played out with me wanting to take a forward push immediately, definitely this was a better gate placement. I didn't expect to go so aggressive so fast. That's all right. So we still could consider something like this. Sorry, and this arrow actually means this here and then gate here. Um, um, don't know if our backs are amazing there. Muglug is in the danger zone and not getting out of it. Um, yeah, if that bog shaman misses, that's huge because we don't have a diver to replace that. Hey, thanks for the follow, Jackson. Nice to see you in here. That's all three attacks. So that diver is continuing to exist, which is what we want. So yeah, so Stuart could block over here, or Stuart could go over here. That feels a lot nicer. Uh, Ava's uh Ava jumping in there is a little bit dangerous, so I'm considering something like Ava Gate. That's two moves. We have a guy here. And I don't even know what the third move would be. Um, um, might be this. Just cover Ava's behind. Yeah, let's see that on paper. Go ahead and let them know all the cards we have. Yeah, the other benefit of that is Battle Song. Yeah. It's only one other dice, but another summoner dice feels good. So we will take it. Probably. Need to just see it one more time. Yeah. Not totally sure about whether to play the battle song or not here, especially since we're not looking at a ton of magic going into next turn. So we could either save it or discard it. But you know, 3-on-1 is a lot better than 2-on-1 here. Extra dice on Mugbug, sure won't be meaningless. Is there a world where wow, they're at 5 magic again? Yeah, you know how to get there. There a world where I want to put this sage here, in order so I can have the backup? I don't think so. Because so I was worried about they play a unit that comes over here, so like I can no longer reinforce the square, but one of these two spaces will always be open, right? Because Blub's already out. So I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, looks good. Um, We might be discarding Sky Assault. Yeah, so I think at this point we're committed. This might be assassination or bust. Um, all right, so we're up to two. Part of the reason I think about discarding Sky Assault is because I know we have another one. And we're about half events right now. And I don't like this position is very jammed. I don't know if the Sky Assault will be super helpful. I mean, it might help us get a little bit more chip damage. Um, yeah, you could call me crazy for discarding Sky Assault. No, I think it's gone. I mean, how many? You can see how many sages and divers I have. I have plenty. Yeah. So I think in this particular board state, it's gone. Yep, and we're rewarded for it and drawing a second Sky Assault. Both 15 minutes down the clock. Yeah, I like the clock. I hate to say it because I know it can like it could ruin some games if there's a technical issue, but like it adds a nice competitive vibe. Like hey, you only get this much time to take your turn. Yep, Mugwort's gonna rip through my units. That's to be expected. Thankfully we did draw the diver again. But they got a Vine Mancer. So they can pull Muglug back to this square, which is right where we want him. Good for us though. The diver spawn will just kill that mud dredger, and can then even go behind it. So divers are kind of perfectly equipped to deal with that situation. I didn't see how big of a miss that was there. Should I look at it? We rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, that's the maximum you're getting there. So you're sort of expecting to have to use the mud dredger. Uh, yep, and I take it we go back and see it. 4 dice this time. With the witch attack, and then we go back. And now it's time for him to get the bad news. Oop. Deals with that very well. And I'm actually thinking of doing this just because it gives us an extra magic with which we would play the steward. Otherwise, I would just play the steward. And steward over here. Oh my goodness, the steward can be summoned here now. Oof, oof. That is delicious. Could they punish Ava? What do our moves look like? We got like this, and what? Like Ava flies over. um, still at 6 magic. I like the commitment of that play. It's definitely not necessary. And what do they? So we're out of divers and out of luck. So this might need to think about this for a second. Because what do they do when both divers are down for the count and a regenerate brings Muglug back up to 6? Am I not so happy in that situation? Because sorry, I checked it and Mind to mind wasn't really working. All right, we have two gathering songs. That's an argument to do it. Go big or go home. Um, two gathering songs sort of clinches it for me. And the airy gates. I don't know if we hold the sky assault. I feel like we don't. Um, uh, they don't really get good attacks this turn. So it also diver holding this position isn't bad. So we okay. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, what if I don't block that side? Um, well, if I don't block that side, because it's like why am I not getting three attacks on Muglook this turn? Um, um, if I don't block that side, Muglook could get it. Like Muglook could move here and shoot Ava if I do that play. But what if I just did this instead? Um, Now Ava can be attacked from behind by Blub. Whoop-de-doo. Um, that feels pretty. That feels pretty good. That's 6 dice on Muglug. Muglug is totally surrounded. Um, Feels pretty good. Let's see that one more time and then go for it. All right. Yeah. There's certain things that my brain doesn't fully comprehend until I move. Like I don't always comprehend what spawn spots are open. So this is open. Which means could get quite a few dice on Ava this turn. I don't really see any combination that is lethal. And if Ava needs to back off, she can. Um, and this is so threatening that I'm not, as long as they can't kill Ava, I'm not worried about it, I think. And so even with like a witch and a sow, and we might have seen both sows. Let's see, do I know how to spell sow? Is it with an O or an E? Well, I'm just dumb. Yeah, so looks solid. Yeah, so even with a witch and a sow, we're only that's 6 dice there. Coming over here, I'm not seeing more than three. So Ava's super duper alive. As far as my math goes. Some pretty big misses. Only two on four range or four melee. But that's all right. And I hate to say it, but I think we got to discard both of these. We are just we don't have the magic for anything right now. Um, and we probably want to summon some units next turn. All right. And we got 2 units. We got the Gathering Song. We got the Gate. We got pretty much everything we wanted to. Though that was like half my deck there. So, uh, we were probably getting it. Yeah, and once again at this point we're pretty committed. Gotta get it or go home. Um, and if anyone else in the chat is seeing this and interested in a live game, feel free to just hit me up. I think I'm gonna be streaming around the same time for a few days now. Yeah, so around lunchtime, 1 o'clock, 1:30 Eastern. And I'd love to do some more live games. So just let me know. So what are we looking at here? Pull Muglug back. Yeah, pull Muglug back with the Vine Mancer. Pull him next to a Drudger. Pull her next to a Drudger. Um, that looks good. That's a little scary, honestly. Feeling the pangs of not having occupied that spot, given Muglug a retreat route. I don't really have an immediate punish as long as this hits, which when does it not? Yeah, definitely a fun aggro Ava game that doesn't happen often. For me at least, if I'm being honest. So, like when I first started playing Ava, it was a lot of like first turn, like just like go up and like use a gate or something. And then I discovered, oh, I can just like I have all the movement cards. I can just totally stay back. And that's sort of how my default way to play Ava is. But you always gotta um threaten running in there. Oof, that is painful. That might, yeah, yeah, that'll hurt. Surely you surely don't need don't need the extra dice there, but you definitely consider it for a second, because if it misses, that is the game. Yeah, so I don't, and then a regenerate. Oof. Yeah. Now you're in range of more dice, more boosts. Yeah, I don't have a punish for this. Now it's my turn to sit here, and well, I mean, it's always been my turn to sit here and think. Eh, so the first thing to think about is, where does Ava go? Ava here is pretty freaking stupid. So like, yeah, because Ava just has to retreat so quickly if she goes there, which makes me think it can't possibly be good. Um, Ava could go here. Unit goes here, and we just sort of fight to the death. And this Sage just shoots at Muglug. Um, then yeah, so we get one attack, two attack, three attack. Even save the Gathering Song. So the benefits of this is a hard decision. So the benefits of like this play is we get to put a gate there. Um, and realistically, I mean, Eva won't be dead next turn. uh, Against Muglug, but it might very easily be her last turn. That she can be exposed. Um, I'm not seeing too much use for the Gathering Song. Rita, if you see something better, but like I could try to kill this unit in the Gather, but I don't even know if that kill is great. This would have been a reason to save Sky Assault, I realize. Get two attacks there. But I think that's very very defensive position. For Muglug, very 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 good for them. So I might just take the Steward and hope to get some kills this turn on that left lane. We're very committed. We're probably discarding that gate. Um, Most certainly we have more gates. What's our third move? I see two moves. Third move is Sage over here for no reason. Yeah, Salt. All right, we're getting in there. I'm not. Yeah, I don't. I mean, that definitely feels like this is where Ava wants to be, but this game feels a bit precarious. I won't lie. So we'll see how it shakes out. This Steward could go there and grab that spot. Hmm. It's probably good, and I have a second Gathering Song. So I can gather a unit into here. Uh, so I could just play Gathering Song. Um, grabbing that spot is probably where I want to be, actually, like almost certainly. So the sage could just go up there, but that's not quite as sexy. Um, our attacks maybe aren't quite as good, but they're fine. Um, yeah, we're running out of gas. So yeah, I think we need to hit it. Let's go for it. We'll just bring this guy over here. Though I don't think it's relevant really. Um, yeah, this is nice, and this is more guaranteed to kill the Drudger. That's good. Mugglug goes over here. Um, Steward goes over here, and at the end of the turn, we can gather the Sage in to cover Ava's rear and keep that spot secured for us. Yeah, I'm a fan of this. Hopefully we get a kill. Without a kill, this game's looking a little bit rough. All right, good stuff. Well, no, because we discard the area gate, so we're fine. We got to be able to summon at least one unit next turn to keep up the pressure. But since we can discard a card, we don't need it necessarily. We don't necessarily need the kill. So it would sure be good, and that's real good. Because got limited resupply in this unit. If both these units die, that is crazy good for me. Get a crit? Nope. Alright, but we can summon 2 units here next turn with the discard of this gate, which I most certainly will do because I'm guaranteed to draw another gate next turn. And I could mark that spot in front of Ava as well. That's interesting. It's certainly that is tough. Because yeah, that's tough. Because this feels pretty strong. Like I'm sort of secured in this position. Though I definitely could be more secured over here in this position. And all I'd have to do is give up that the steward gets killed more easily. That already gets killed pretty easily. Let's do it. Seems fun. I think it's better for us to have a bit more of a lot of a line in there. Despite the internet outage, we're still 5 minutes deeper into our turns than Snake Eyes is. Yeah. Looks good. The responses here. It's definitely been a fun game. I've been a fan of it. Yeah, and that's just the thing about Summoner Wars is you never you play the cards you're dealt. Like sometimes you see it's like, oh, this would be an advantageous position to do a push, and so I'm gonna do it, even though that's like not the general game plan or something. Like it's that the sort of adaptability required for required for this game sort of just leads to every turn being interesting and unique. Merge is a little bit scary. See what they grab. Interesting. I was sort of expecting. Well, no, both line gates are out. Yeah, so makes sense actually. It's black there. It makes sense. It's the biggest unit that could sort of be there. Not a mud dredger though, and that is good. Because if we can just continue to spawn ship, that will be the game eventually, you know. So think about it next turn too. Do we try to wrap? Um, if we're at 6, I think they will know to play around it. I'm not sure. What's worrying me a little bit here, um, is so like why I don't feel like an assassination is guaranteed. So when I spawn a unit here, I then also need to replace this spot, in order to be able to spawn another unit and keep the chips going. So if I had a sky assault, this wouldn't be an issue. So I can only reinforce it, like, and if this hits, as long as that hits. So a little bit scary. Um, Probably one dead guy. Sure is. Would have been nice to see a miss there. At 6 melee dice, could definitely miss 5. That's another big hit. Okay, so do we consider doing something kind of dumb here? Oh yeah, and you pull the Vine Mancer. All right, so the chip is gone. No chipping. Um, I'm starting to feel a little scared. I'm out of gas. Muglug's very well protected. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull this one out. So in that situation, I think we start to expose Ava. We start to we start to take risks because we got to get that last little bit of damage or bust. So we might be looking at like this sort of gathering song. How many attacks do you get? Oh yeah, Splank's the extra attack. Yeah. Yeah, so we might be looking at Ava over here with a gathering song this turn. I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Uh, yeah, I think we gotta get in there. Um, I'm considering the gate. Not so the other only other thing we consider would be like Wrath, instead of like both sages. I'm not seeing it. Let me know if you're seeing something better than I am. Um, I'm seeing, yeah. So I think we got to go in. So I'm seeing Ava here kills the witch. And then either we gathering song a unit here or we place a gate there. Um, the thing is that I feel like unit is dying either way, so it might as well be a gate. Then again, it's not necessarily dying because you know only like 3 attacks a turn or whatever. Um, really wish I could kill this. Like, might even like go for a grant something to kill that too, but yeah, it's not happening. So also do like this, this, this. So now Ava is attacking the witch. Or yeah, so that would be a way to kill this unit. I think we want to keep this spot occupied the more I think about it. Um, hmm, like it's possible this isn't even a gathering song turn. Because if we don't kill that witch, well, okay. It would be a gathering song turn just to get a unit there, but that unit dies. Everything about this seems kind of bad. Um, we place the gate here, but that gate isn't giving us any value. Um, I'm not seeing the out. Um, uh, I think I gotta. kill the Vine Mancer, play the Gathering Song, and sort of hope this works out in the end. Because I don't think retreat is an option. I think we've lost too much value at this point. Yeah, so let's so the question is if we're playing Gathering Song. Maybe not. Just like under the philosophy of uh we're losing, so we got to do something weird. So we could do could just do something like this. And yeah, it feels like we really want to play the Gathering Song. But if I wait another turn, yeah, like what am I waiting for? So I can't do. I could like swap these units. Okay, maybe that's it. Get 3 dice on there. Okay. Here I'll go back and then I'm thinking about. I'm thinking that we use the steward and the sage together, to get some extra dice. Definitely got to be looking at my clock. Could be looking a little bit better. But so. Yeah. I don't think we gather the flock yet. Okay, if anything, well, yeah, no, it's fine. We're just gonna do boom. I said boom. This, this. So this at least gives us an out. So if we get 3 dice here, that's pretty sweet. Now we can gather in 2 units, and occupy this. So at least we're doing something. We've gone a shot at threatening something a bit more lethal. Okay. I hate to back up everything, but might as well position these sages to get another attack on Blub. We're gonna have to start taking our turns very bit more quickly after this. Which is definitely difficult when the game is lagging because I'm streaming. But that's okay. Yeah, let's just take back both of them. All right, there and there. Still got the Gathering Song played. This was probably the hardest turn, so hopefully we can play a bit quicker after this. Turns definitely take twice as long with the bit of lag. I don't. I'm streaming from a laptop, and can't really get much better than that. So that's the way of it. I'm hoping whatever Summon Wars app comes out, it'll be a bit like I think it would probably run a bit better just inherently than the browser. All right, let's see it. That's big, but the one that's the most important is this. This is probably sinks in whether or not we have a shot at the game. And it's saying no. And I will go ahead and oh well, we don't need to gather yet. Might as well shoot a Blub. I'm gonna gather the guy that's a bit more exposed. And the last thing in our deck is an airy gate. Not doing us any good. Could gather that sage instead. That's fine. Might as well hold this. I think we're going down. five cards in hand, five magic. Maybe if I think if we had retreated that last turn, it at least would have been close. Like it wouldn't have been a stop. But just looking at how much more magic and cards they have and against me, and how they have two champions on me, I'm not feeling like late game is winnable anymore. Um, so we're going big. Yeah, losing that spot definitely hurts. They got a lot more time on the clock than me, so they can afford to think. Um, a very exciting game. Very happy to be doing this. Um, yeah, and you get into a game and you get excited for it in the live games a lot more than you can with async. Because there's a certain adrenaline of uh, I, I, I mean, you sort of get into it just inherently. The timer definitely helps to be afraid, feel like you gotta play fast. But I don't think you need to play every game with a timer. Um, it's fun to just focus on one game at once, though. Definitely see that. What am I missing? How are they? What's the point of this here? Yeah, I pull bug leg back. I'm not. Ah, the gate. Eek, eek. Yeah, this is not looking great for me. I'll tell you that. I need a window in, and I don't think I'm gonna get it. Yeah, the more factions we get in the game, the more matchups there are, and like I still don't think I've done all of the Shadow Elves Wayfarers matchups. Like I think there's got to be some in there that I haven't done. And I've played like 10, 15 games of Muglug High Elves total. So um, every new matchup here is crazy. I played a game against Mazumo, um, where they were the sand goblins, and I was like, yeah, I'm a swamp orcs. I can probably just sit back, like bend and build up my swamp, and not really, and like I'm probably just good at sitting back as they are. Nope, that is not true at all. Turns out Muglug is not good at sitting back, and certainly not as good as sitting back as sand goblins are. Which is, yeah, it's an interesting part of the deck that I didn't immediately appreciate. Is even though it feels like you're sort of like doing the like cool deck thing and just like, oh, a bunch of units, bunch of boosts, this is great. The only way to use those is to with Muglug, and Muglug is not a ranged unit. Um, plus three, if she could shoot from three spaces away as opposed to two, that would make all the difference. You'd have a lot more of range potential, because then every turn could just be. I wonder if that was ever play tested. I'm kind of curious, because then every turn could be shoot with Muglug, pull Muglug back with a Vine Mancer. So Muglug basically has far shot, with just one additional space. Um, we are getting roasted here, like a turkey. All right, let's go. This is exciting. Um, you know what? Muglug's made a little Thunderdome for herself. Let's jump in it. I don't think. Yeah, I mean Ava's at full health, but Muglug hits harder. Uh, what's this guy doing? This guy's. I don't care. That guy's sitting right there. Guy's not relevant to the game. All right. Yeah, so maybe we kill these units. We could start killing Muglug. I don't know. But we're out of options here. Yeah, it could definitely still be close. We will see. When I sort of get that pangy feeling of, oh, like this is going real bad for me. Like that doesn't always mean like, oh, the game is over. It just sort of means, oh, that's things are out of my control. This isn't going as I'd like it. So it might it usually ends up meaning it'll be a close game or something. As opposed to everything's I've got all the cards. I can do everything I want. That area gate will probably prove useful to keep Muglug protected on one side at some point. Vinemancer surely can like get some shenanigans on me. Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be a Muglug Ava face off at the very end. How many Mud Dredgers have we summoned? Not that I don't, I'm not sure if there's gonna be any more Mud Dredgers in the Thunderdome. For that brutal that brutal play earlier in the game where I like surrounded Muglug with divers and like kill the Drudger with the diver damage. For how brutal that was, like that game feels like game over. Snake Eyes has done a tremendous job of of staying in the game, and staying ahead in my opinion. Yeah, it's very very tough push to respond to, and they've responded very well. Rest. Because sometimes you see a push like that, you see your summoner surrounded, it's just like it's over. And Muglug's got Vine Mancers, but that's about the only like positional trick you've got to reclaim spots. But they've used them brilliantly. Yeah, so like I'm looking at this Thunderdome and I'm not sure, like both my units will be dead pretty soon. And by pretty soon, I do in fact mean like this turn guaranteed. Um Muglug might need to start punching Ava. Like might be necessary to do this. Um, by this logic, maybe the Sage should have moved up last turn. The Sage is never doing anything. But so that's probably guaranteed killing both of these units. And now Ava's facing Muglug, but Muglug gets the first shot off. I've got two cards in my hand, and that's scaring him. That's why he doesn't want to do that right away. Because for all he knows, I've got a Sentinel, and the Sentinel, if they do that, I can respond by just spawning a Sentinel, and moving over there. Though this, yeah, so they don't know quite how out of gas I am, so they've got to keep being a little bit afraid. I'm like seeing that, like, oh yeah, if I had a Sentinel, that'd be real nice. Um, oh yeah, well, what a fun game. Love Lucian. Might be my favorite champ for the Shadow Elves. I mean, favorite champ for the Shadow Elves. Lucian is the most boring, I guess I have to admit, which is saying a lot because all three champs are very interesting. I've never played Talia. It's just never happened. Similar to how like I've never really used Malinar on the offensive. Interesting. Went for the only for the two. But yeah, this plays a lot more defensive, giving me some potentially some damage on Muglug with that Sage. If I go 3 for 3 on Splack. Am I seeing any Vinemancer stuff? I don't think so. Vinemancer's only pulling commons. Oh, that's 2 more damage. Yeah, so Muglug should be able to finish the job next turn. Um, but I've just gotta do my best, and hope that we get some lucky dice. I think we're looking at about 2 more turns of this. All right, any discards there that changes my play whatsoever? All right, good, good. Yeah. So, I think my only way out of this is like a good five for 5 this turn, and Mugleg big misses next turn, followed by 3 dice. Um, yeah. Oh, they busted my gate. No, that I see, I see, I see. Yeah, so they were playing around any sort of common in my hand, by busting that gate. Yeah. That's very strong. Um, yeah, just playing that air gate to keep me protected on at least one side. And we got it. All right. Uh, if the dice go really in my favor, and we got that too. Beautiful. That is lovely. Uh, so what it's looking like is kill Ava or bust. And if I had to guess, I think it is kill Ava. Um, I'll pass the turn back and we'll see. So Muglug moves here. We got one boost. Uh, mm, yeah, maybe might not be a ton of boosts actually. Got one boost. We've got a second boost. We've got a third boost, and we've got three. And we've got some amount of dice here. If it's a drudger, that should be game. So yeah, so we've got 6 dice, 6 dice from Muglug, guaranteed, and then we've got some attack from here. If that's another 3 melee dice, that should be game. But we'll see. And it's never. At least we've got I think really part of what the dice add to the like tactics of Summoner Wars is it's like, well, I'm not out of it. Like I've at least got to keep playing the best I can because they're like 9 melee dice on 6 that misses. I've seen that miss. Like I've at least got to I see my out, and the out involves good dice rolls, and I've got to play to it. And that's a lot of fun. And I think that really adds to the tactics, adds to the depth of strategy there. It's also just a preference thing, but like the determinism of chess has never really grabbed me. That's always annoyed me. Um, and maybe it's also just a personality thing, but I always feel when I'm playing Summoner Wars. Yep, we got the Dredger, so that should be 9 on Muglug. Like I always just have the mindset of like it's never the dice I misplayed. Like like something I could have done better. Oh, it's even 10 because of the Vine Gate. And there's definitely games you lose to the dice. No doubt about it. But I don't know. It never seems like a helpful mindset to be like, oh, like, well, it seems like it's way easier to jump to the conclusion that I lost this game because the dice than is the reality of it. Yeah, it's a lot depends on strategy. One, two, three, four, and that is the game. GG's. Maybe I think guys will jump in the chat here and say hi. As a great game. Makes very happy. Yeah, and if anyone else is in chat seeing this, and excited to play a game or something, let me know. I think I will probably go and do some more turns real quick. So I think I'll keep up the stream. But yeah, feel free to let me know if you'd be free for a game in the future. Awesome. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Love how tight that was at the end. 3 health on Mugluck. Yeah, we couldn't get the ins there that we needed. Very defensive play. Yeah, I love it. That was great.